Hello guys, what's up? This is Mortaza from A Coder's Journey, and this is the Clean Code in C# series. Over the last few episodes, we have talked a lot about, the ways and the techniques of choosing good names for our classes, events, properties, methods, enumerations, and so on and so forth. And before I move on to the next topic, which is making our methods cleaner, I just want to give you guys some miscellaneous tips so that you can use whenever you want to choose a name. First off, remember that C# is a case-sensitive language. So for C#, for example, these two are two different things. Right? Because C# is case sensitive. But please do not rely on this case sensitivity of C# to differentiate between two, variables. So do not declare two variables whose difference, in the names just boils down to the case sensitivity. That is, of course, a bad practice. It makes your code difficult to understand and error prone, of course. There is a good chance you will accidentally assign a value to this field, when you want to actually assign that value to this second field. So please do not use this case sensitivity feature of C# to differentiate between two, names. Another thing that I have seen sometimes is to choose different names for the same concept. Suppose you want to write a kind of a notepad like application, right? And in the notepad application, you need to open a file and then you need to save a file, right? So these two, open and save, these two operations are two things that are, very important, the core functionality of your application. What I want to tell you is that stick to these names. If, for example, you have decided to choose open instead of, like load a file, right? Stick with open all the time. Or if, for example, you have decided to go for save instead of write, for example, a file, choose save all the time. It is a very bad practice to choose open in some methods and then in some other methods use load, right? Because these two words have the same meaning, right? So this will help your code stay clean. And if you use different words, sometimes open, sometimes load. In some methods, you go for open. In some other methods, you go for, load. It will make your code difficult to understand. Another thing that I want to tell you guys is that, you should avoid adding prefixes to your application, to your properties or names of the methods. Suppose, for example, I have this calculator class, and for each one of these properties, I add this prefix calc to these properties, right? To just kind of show that this, field is in this calculator class, belongs to this calculator class. Adding meaningless prefixes and suffixes will just, make your code difficult to understand. And do not go for that, underscore prefixes. I'm not a big fan of those either. So try to use descriptive and meaningful characters, to help your code easier to understand. Of course, do not use funny names, to just show that you are a funny person. Do not use cryptic names. Do not use abbreviations. And do not use different words to refer to the same concept. For example, if you are developing an application for, a university, do not use institute and university interchangeably to refer to the same concept. always stick to the same word that you have chosen for that particular concept. These were just some miscellaneous tips I wanted to tell you guys, and in the next episode we will start talking about methods and the different ways, the different techniques that we can choose, we can benefit from to make our methods cleaner. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed watching it, why not giving it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, leave a comment in the comment section if you've got anything else to say, if you've got any tips about coming up with a good name. And if you haven't done so, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to A Coder's Journey and activate that notification so that you do not miss out on my next videos. Stick around. In the next video we're gonna shift gears, and we are going to talk about methods specifically and what are some of the things that we need to be careful about when we want to have cleaner methods. Thank you so much. Catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.